Hello viewers, this is a Vornado EXO5 fan. Got this for Christmas, so let's open this up and see what we have here. So this claims to move air up to 70 feet. It has a grounded cord, which is kind of odd. I can't think of any other models that have a grounded cord. And it's supposedly water resistant and dust resistant. So here we have their expectations listed here. As overpriced as I believe these fans are, they do have phenomenal customer service. And you know, if something does actually go wrong with the fan, they will in fact help you. So I guess that's what you're paying for, really. We got a manual here, 5-year warranty, which again is actually a real thing, and they will give you a new one if something happens, or they'll fix it or what have you. Quite thick. It's in multiple different languages. Here is the stand. Oh, it's plastic. Okay. I thought it was going to be metal. It's got nice feet on there. They're very pretty soft and have a lot of grip to them. I guess this opens up like this. It seems like it would be relatively sturdy. We have the clamping piece, which also has nice rubber gripped surfaces where it would contact whatever you're clipping it to. This too is plastic, which is moderately concerning. And we have this, which looks to be some kind of a pivoting adapter. I'm not entirely sure what that is, so we may have to read the manual if it's not intuitive. They don't use Styrofoam, which is nice, because this, you can get this recycled pretty easily. Most residential recycling services will pick up cardboard now. There is a plastic bag in here though, another piece of whatever that stuff is. And here's the fan itself. It's smaller than I was expecting. I thought it was more like one of the mid-sized ones. This looks to be smaller. And this is all plastic. Now they make some pretty exotic claims about the abuse this thing can stand up to. And while I have no doubt it would run as long as they claim it will, I do have some doubts about how much abuse this would actually take before it would crack or something. But I mean, it feels, you know, it feels sturdy. It's not flimsy at all. The grill is actually pretty sturdy. Doesn't really flex at all. You know, but this is relatively thin plastic. I think if this fell at the right angle, it probably would just break. But I don't know. I'm not gonna claim that it will, because I really don't know. But we're not gonna find out. So it looks like this unscrews to open this up, and then I'm going to guess this clamps on here, and it would appear as though you could clamp this on to, you know, any of the 3 angles available here. So I'm going to clamp it onto this side one here. Whoops, that's cool. And now this is all plastic too, which again is kind of concerning, because this is supporting the entire weight of the fan, but who knows, there's some strong plastics out there, I suppose. Okay, that's on there. I'm not thrilled with the way that works, but it seems to work. Okay, maybe not. Get this zoomed in here. Well, I suppose if you don't remove this all the way, you won't have this issue. It is, oh, I see what the problem is. It is a metal thread, but there's like a little piece of plastic in the way. You may have to get a tool to remove that. You can see right there that piece of plastic is kind of preventing it from threading on. So that was the troublesome piece right there. Now, not that warrants a call to the company, but if you're not mechanically inclined, you're not going to figure that out too easily. Alright, now it's threading on there pretty easily. I'll tighten this up. Yeah, I'm pretty leery of that clip there, but anyways, let's screw this on. Now these threads are plastic, but they're pretty big, so I don't suspect it would be an issue. Oh dear. I'm not using the good tripod. I'm having a hard time getting this adjusted the way it should be. Okay. So this is very big, this stand. It's plenty sturdy. I don't know why. I read some of the reviews and people were complaining about the stand not being sturdy, but I mean, I don't see how this would ever fall over. It's just very big and bulky. So anyways, that works, and of course we have the loosen something here. Or maybe, yeah, I think the tightening, how tight it is depends on this. So if I tighten this more, it's not gonna adjust. If I loosen this, it'll adjust. But that does have a pretty good infinite range, and again, if you needed more tilt, you move the clip to one of these other pieces. So let's take this off of here. I'm going to put it on the clip so we can try that out, and I think that'll fit on my table over here a little bit easier. Okay, so that's now on the clip, and I'm not quite sure how this works. It looks like it's got a weird way of working, I think. I'm going to unscrew this as best I can here. I think it should be wide enough for the desk. And we'll clip this on here. And I think ideally you're going to want to put the fan on the clip after it's already clipped, because there's a lot of a lot of mechanical advantage from the fan trying to angle the clip to a different way. Alright, that's on there. This I am very, very leery of. This is all plastic, and I'm just not certain how sturdy this really would be over time. You know, a lot of adjusting and such, but it's on there and it's working. So we'll spin this around here, tighten this back up. Oops. And do the power cord. So it's a grounded power cord, which I guess because they claim it's waterproof, they want grounding, but For an all plastic body fan, I find that kind of odd. It's supposed to be an 8-foot cord. It certainly seems like it. It's of a decent length. Got a prong protector on there. We'll take that off. And go ahead and plug this in. And another thing I'm noticing here is the guard is not the toolless removal like it is on most of their other fans. You have to unscrew it to get it off, which is not a big deal, but it's a little bit less convenient to clean than some of their other models. Okay, let's turn it on now. Make sure this ain't gonna blow out the camera. And we'll start off on low. It's nearly silent. It's a very nice slow low. It's moving air, but not very much air. It's a very, very gentle breeze. Let's cut this cylinder fan off here, and I'll aim this over at a plant. Whoops. Okay. You can see it's just barely causing a breeze. Now if you were sitting right in front of this would be a nice amount of air. You know, if you were using this at a desk or what have you, in a shop environment, I'm not really sure how this would be useful. But for my usages, this would be nice. Okay, let's go up to 2. It's moving more air now, but it's getting pretty noisy. And you know, I mean, it's not super impressive in terms of the force that it's putting behind the ear. Please unblur. Alright, let's go to high. Alright, so it's moving a decent amount of air on high, but it's also quite loud. It's got a decent sized motor in there, and it is an enclosed motor, so it probably is dust and waterproof resistant for the most part. Well, I have to say, I don't really see how this is a heavy duty fan. I don't think this would survive in a shop environment. The clip is kind of cuckoo, and it doesn't seem very sturdy. And just the amount of power it puts out isn't impressive. You know, it's a relatively small fan, but for use in like the house, you know, I'm probably going to use this in the bedroom and clip it on the window, because I like to use fans in the window at night, and I like the sound these Vornado fans make. It's very pleasant. So, but I can never use them in a window because they don't fit in a window. But this one I can clip it on like the windowsill and have it in front of the window. So I'll probably use it that way. And this nice slow low speed, it would be perfect to use at night, because it does move the air around. It would be enough to keep a breeze through the bedroom, but it wouldn't be annoyingly loud either. So for my usage, this will probably be fine. But I can't say that this seems like a very heavy-duty, sturdy fan that I would want to use in a shop. Well, anyways, we'll do another video on this after I've used it for a while, and we'll see if my opinions change.